Hello and welcome. It's Mitchell here. Um, yeah, today I'm gonna bring you some XDefiant on PS5. I've been thinking about something, so I've been thinking about maybe, doing away with like where it says like on PS5. But then I keep thinking, well, there's a lot of Xbox players and a lot of PC players that don't care for like PlayStation 5 or anything like that, or PlayStation, in general. Um, but I kept thinking, and I'm like, well, if I don't put on PS5, then I kind of feel like I almost feel like it's misleading because, like say an Xbox player, for instance, is like, hey, I want to see the Xbox version, right? But they don't, that they start watching the video, right? And then it's like, oh, well, this ain't on Xbox, obviously. So I kind of feel like it was like if I do that, it's sort of misleading, and even like I that's how I feel. Even though it's not technically misleading because it's not like I'm saying, hey, it's on PlayStation 5 and then I'm doing it on Xbox. You know what I mean? So, it's not technically that, but I just kind of feel like if an Xbox player that doesn't want to see the PS5 version and they want to see like the Xbox Series X version as an example, um, and they click on mine and they're like, oh well, this is obviously not freaking Xbox, I just basically put it out there to be um, clear with everybody, like you know what system or what version of the game it is, I guess. If you want to say, like, say it's the PS4 version, I'll just put it as, PS4 on PS5. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna get to it here in a minute, but I have played like one match of it, one or two matches. Um, and it is my technically my first time playing this game. But there's three to four things I really don't like about it. Um, just a quick kind of, like, hey, here's the things I don't like about it. One, you can't go prone. Um, and on a game that you're gonna have, first of all, you're gonna have. Let me show you. So first of all, you're gonna have Splinter Cell on there. Um, then you're gonna have Ghost Recon on there. Okay. I don't know about the Division because never played that one. Far Cry 6. So with Ghost Recon and um, I don't know. Yeah, I think I can't. I think you could go prone. Yeah, you can go prone on Splinter Cell games. So Splinter Cell and Ghost Recon, if I remember correctly, you can go prone on Splinter Cell games, but you can also on Ghost Recon games. Now, with those two, and you can't go prone on this game, it's just, it's a little nitpick, but it's kind of if you're gonna add, you know, characters from other games that you can go prone in, it doesn't make much sense to put them in a game that you can't go prone in. You know what I mean? So to me, though, it's kind of one of those like, um, especially with the echelon characters because of I don't know if it'll let me see it. Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have the digital ghillie suit on for me, and it renders the agent nearly invisible. Movement and aiming reduce the effect. Okay, so if I'm using like a digital ghillie suit, that's something you're gonna lay down on the ground with. I mean, because that's essentially what ghillie suits are. One of the things that ghillie suits do. So I mean, yes, you can crouch, Yes, but one of the things about it is though is like, hey, look, do you honestly think that even in real life or on any of these other games like Ghost Recon, do you think that if you're wearing a ghillie suit that you're not always, you're never gonna go prone? You're just gonna crouch behind a tree or something? I mean, you know what I mean? So it kind of, whatever, you know. But the second thing that I didn't like is there's not much to the report system. So when you try to report somebody, you got like three things. Um, so it's like, with like Call of Duty games now where they got like the voice chat thing where you could report people with voice chat. It don't have that or nothing. I mean, you could still report them for like harassment, I think it's like what misconduct or something, and then cheating. Another thing is, and I don't really know if I dislike this or not, but you can't really tell them like, hey, look, the dude's freaking running his chops or something. You know what I mean? You can't really type anything in. Um, that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's like if they actually do something when you do report them, yeah, I mean it's not exactly a bad thing at that point. Like hey, if I report them for cheating and then they do something about it, obviously I didn't really have to sit there and explain myself, which is nice. But the thing is if they don't do anything and I do have to explain myself and that option ain't there, then it kind of sucks. Um, what was one of the other things? So you can't go prone. Um, Not much of a report system. There's not much I don't like about it, to be honest. Um, hmm. Yeah, because it's hard to think of what not to like about this game, you know. But we'll see here. Yeah, because there's not much that I don't like about this game. Like I like a lot. I freaking love this game so far from when I've played of it. So that's why it's hard for me to think of what I don't like about it because it's like, dude, there's not a lot that I don't like about it. There's like maybe three, four things, maybe. It's just hard to not like this game. I haven't played this level at all. I only played like one freaking level. Um, I'm guessing the intel suit is probably like kind of showing you where they're at. I had to take a while, I guess. You do get presets, but I like using my own little preset here.
Escort. Anyone who gets between you and that delivery zone is a target.
But yeah, you can't go prone, which I think sucks. Because they're putting characters in here that can actually go prone on other games, and not being able to go prone on here just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And if you're trying to sneak around with like a ghillie suit, because they only allow you to go for 10 seconds anyway, so it's like, it wouldn't hurt to let them, go prone.
Push the package to the delivery zone. Watch for choke points. Enemy neutralized.
Hi, how are ya? Oh, I remember. One of the other things I didn't like is there's no replay system. So you kind of have to really pay attention if you're trying to, if you think that somebody's cheating, you really have to pay attention. Because as far as I could tell, the first match I played, there was no there wasn't a replay system, so I don't think there is a replay system on any of them. Oh crap. Yeah! So, yeah, see, I mean, I love this, where you can kind of, whoa. But I just don't like the fact that it doesn't have a replay system either, because it's a lot easier when there's a replay system to tell if somebody's cheated. Unless you're playing something like Fortnite, then it's, you know, pretty obvious. But with games like this that don't have a replay, and it's first person, arena, you know, style, just certain games that don't have replay systems that need them. You know what I mean? Ah! But yeah, no, those are like the only things I really don't like about the game. And like I said, it's hard to think of what not to like about this game. It's freaking awesome. And I am using default everything except for the music. It is obviously turned off. I always have that turned off. Or if it has a streamer mode that turns off the licensed music, then I turn that on. No! But I like the little, like, where you can make faces. Like, oh! Like, that's awesome. I like that. I mean, I get why a lot of people kept calling this game COD Killer, the Call of Duty Killer, because I like it better than the COD games, and I haven't even hardly played much of it at all. But as far as I can tell, I like it better than pretty much most of them. And it's just some little nitpicks, really. You know, like you can't go prone, which some of the biggest games like Call of Duty obviously can.
Package in retreat.
Aww. And if you don't actually, like, ready up or anything, it'll actually throw you in. It'll, like, respawn you. Like, well, not ready up, but respawn. For some reason, it doesn't tell you who has left the match, though. I've noticed that, and that's kind of odd. And, you know, for a beta, this has less glitches and crap that I've seen so far. That I haven't seen any, you know, like, real bad glitches or anything. I mean, I've seen more glitches on a COD game that's been out long enough to where they could have fixed it multiple times over. And they still have, like, crazy glitches and stuff, so. But, yeah, this is a Ubisoft game. Which I freaking love Ubisoft. I really do. I love Ubisoft. It's one of my favorite developers. Even though a lot of their games have like a lot of glitches, because I guess you could say they're kind of similar to like Bethesda when it comes to like their games and glitches, but most of the time I've seen more glitches in Bethesda games, to be completely honest. More glitches and screw ups and stuff.
Accompany the package. Keep it moving. End of round imminent, Agent. Package in retreat.
So it's more common for them than it is for Ubisoft, even though it's very common for Ubisoft to have a bunch of glitches. But
5, 4.
I think they
3,
really put some time
2,
and thought
1,
process into this
0.
one. And it's free, so you know you can download this one for free. But if you are on Xbox though,
You're
by
on
any
defense.
chance,
Stop the package.
it's not called XDEFIANT Beta, because when you look like on PlayStation 5, that's what it's called. It's called Beta. You know, it's XDEFIANT, and it's in the beta stages. But on Xbox, however, it's called XDEFIANT Open Session. So if you're trying to find it, and you know, because I was I was asking my brother to download it, and that's what he was doing. And when he looked it up, because I told him, I was like, well, it's beta. Well, he looked it up, and there was two of them. There was one that said beta, but it was unavailable, like you can't download it. But then there was the one that said open session that you can download. So, and this game is crossplay, so you could play with other platforms.
Hostiles
But I
must
think
pass
they
our
should
progress
add
point to win.
a.
Stop them. Package in retreat.
I do think that they should add. Where's that at? Okay, there it is. No, that's not it. There it is. Did it save? Yeah. Okay, so I think they should add a, prone, like a lie to go prone, would make more sense. But I think it would help the game a little bit more, mainly because, well, I mean, some of these characters you're trying to use to be really stealthy with.
That was hardly by the book, Agent.
And, going prone is kind of part of being stealthy. Yeah, see, they tell you, like, the player of the game and stuff, but they don't actually show you, like, hey, look, this was the play of the game or anything, which is kind of odd, too. But since it is in beta stages, maybe it'll, never know. They might add, replay systems. They might add, um, the play of the game type of deal. They might add this stuff. It's still in a beta. They can change it at any time they want. So there's a possibility. But I don't know if they're gonna add the going prone though. Oh, real quick before we go into a match, I'd like to show you guys something, just in case, because the game literally just came out. Let me see, where's it at? Is it at the home? I don't remember where the frick that's at. I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. So it actually tells you stream, capture, share, screenshots. Yes, we're flying without an NDA here. Share and create XDEFIANT content at will. So basically, since this is one of those games that's like just came out type of deals, especially like on console and whatnot, most of the time they don't want you to stream it, especially like in the beta stages and this, that, and the other. So some games they don't want you to like stream or capture or screenshots or anything like that. And that's basically what they're just saying. They're like, hey, look, it's okay to stream it. You're fine. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble and stuff. So just figured I'd show you guys that. And then I'll show you, just in case you missed it, music is off, just in case they try to, some goofball tries to freaking copyright claim it. Like, there's zero music. Because they don't give you, like, a streamer mode, which is something else that's weird. But they don't, this music is completely off, as you can see. Because I know some games like, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and, the trilogy, um, for some crazy reason, they still have music that plays in, like, cutscenes, even though you turn off the music completely, and they can still copyright claim you for, I think it's bullcrap, but, because to me it's like, hey, that's not my fault. I turn the music off. Dang, got some PlayStation, PC. I think there was one Xbox in there. One or two Xbox players. Ooh, Tfue is retiring from Twitch. Ain't that? Yeah, that's not surprising. He'll get on YouTube. Twitch has been screwing up so much lately that there's so many people going from Twitch to freaking YouTube.
Domination. I'll take 3 objectives on your OPSAT. Assault them at your discretion.
But see, I think it's funny because
3,
it's not funny
2,
that like they're doing
1.
bad, that Twitch is
Secure
doing
those
bad
capture
because
zones,
it's.
Agent.
I mean, it is owned by Amazon, but
Team
it's not funny
capturing
that
zone
they're
C.
doing bad. It's just what I think is funny is they don't listen. Because if they did, well, you know,
Capture zone contested.
they'd be doing
Friendly's
better.
going for zone B.
I mean, when they're sitting there freaking banning people, oh, you showed a foot, you're banned. The frick? The frick? You kidding me?
Lethal force
You're
utilized.
gonna ban somebody for
Hostiles
showing
on
her
the
what?
Zone B.
Or ban a guy that's like doing edibles? Like, really?
Friendlies capturing zone A. Capture zone contested.
You gotta, you know, ban a guy for falling asleep doing edibles? Like, it ain't like the dude was doing something insane.
Friendlies going for zone B.
Ooh. He got high off of weed and fell asleep. Wow. Let's ban him. Because that makes sense, really? I'd understand if it was like something way harder. You know, it makes sense, but come on. That's not even a drug. I don't care what anybody says. Weed is not a freaking drug. It is a natural herb. Like, where do you think it comes from? It ain't freaking made. It's not man-made. It comes from God's green
Hostiles on the
earth.
scope in zone B.
That's just a straight fact. But see, the way it works is, I mean, if you get high off of sage, for instance, they would straight up say, "Oh, it's a drug." Bro, are you kidding me? It's a freaking
Zone
herb,
secured.
a natural herb. That doesn't make it a
Capture zone
drug.
contested. Secure all the zones. This should be familiar
Ooh,
territory.
you can get high off of a natural herb.
Friendlies capturing zone A.
So freaking bonkers. I got some news for you though, but I smoke weed. And that's
I'm detecting
not
hostiles
why.
on zone C.
That's not why I'm always kind of like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. No, that's not why. Because it's the truth. I mean, it's a natural freaking herb.
Revenge kill. A professional courtesy.
A professional courtesy. Ah! Oh, he got messed up real quick.
I'm detecting hostiles on zone C.
My head
Zone
sucks.
compromised.
But I wasn't actually trying to really hit somebody. Trying to get their attention, maybe they'll crawl through that window.
Hostiles on the scope in zone B.
No! You dare! Take that angry face!
Friendlies capturing Zone A. Our side is friendlies securing A.
Hi, how are ya?
Allies on B. Zone contested.
Throwing a flash.
Revenge kill.
Oh,
A
right
professional
the beast!
courtesy.
Oh, I got repelled by an intel suit. Yee! They know where I'm at! Ooh, whoa, hang on. Yeah, I'll let him go. Lucky here. Da 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 da.
Friendlies securing A. Zone B is vulnerable.
Ah! Dang it!
Take the zone, keep the zone. You know the mission.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't even tried to actually change any of the settings.
Friendlies on B.
So I can pretty much play all the games on default settings, pretty much on most games, but certain ones like frickin' Fortnite though, I mean, you just can't.
Rogue Echelon agent activated sonar vision. They're on Zone C. About to lose B.
Hi.
Friendlies on Zone C. Hostiles hold all capture zones. Start making some noise, agent.
Oh!
We're securing Zone A. Zone contested. Allies on
Bro,
B.
what happened to my frickin' teammates? Oh, are they all leaving or something? I'm confused here. Let me look. No, they're not leaving. So it went from doing pretty decent to what the frick is this team doing? Here, let's just flop that out right in the middle. Holy crap.
Revenge
That's a
kill.
pretty good throw.
Capture zone secured. Zone compromised. This'll be a fun report to write.
728 to 750. I don't know what happened to my team. Oh, so it's like a tops. Aww. Losers. I know. We got our butts kicked. Oh, I'm telling you, it was weird because we were doing good too. Warm up and adjust settings. Huh! Adjust settings. That's cool. I haven't actually went into the practice zone yet, to be honest.
Practice those perishable skills, Agent.
Ribbing rabbits!
Test your tactics on the assault course, Agent. Hit the course hard, Agent.
I missed! I like this. I might adjust my settings, but I don't know. I'm gonna plug in my controller hardwired here in a minute. And now the only thing is I don't normally turn off the Bluetooth, but I think I might. Because on PS5 you can actually turn off the Bluetooth and just strictly use just wired, but I kind of feel that there's one issue with that. So unless you have a cable, you need to make sure you straight up have a cable to plug straight into the PlayStation 5. Because if you don't, it won't work. But the thing is, though, oh yeah, there's Sam Fisher. But the thing is, though, is it says that it kind of it actually recommends you not to turn it off because of where it's like the controller won't work unless it's hardwired at that point. Like that's the only way. But you also have to remember it also states like it's for like esports type of deals. So apparently they use like PS5s in esports. But I'll try to use it USB first and then just kind of see how much of a difference there is with and without the Bluetooth turned on and off. Because it does make it more responsive when I just plug it in USB and set it up for USB. But at the same time though, I don't know, I guess I'm just more worried about, you know, if something happens to a cable. Like, I've got 3 cables that I can use, so I think I'm okay on that point. But another thing is what if, you know, because the thing that worries me is like, hey, what if the port itself stops working, right? Or, you know, the freaking USB-C port on the controller itself stops working. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of feel like if something like that happens, that it's just, you know what I mean? It's just a mess, basically. But give me just a second. I'm gonna flip this sucker in hardwired. I have to unhook my actual headset to plug it into the back of the PS5. So bear with me just for a second. Okay. Wow, you get kicked from the practice? Holy crap. That's crazy. I can't believe you get kicked from practice zone. We're AFK! We gotta kick you from the practice zone! I mean, that's crazy. Okay, so first thing I'd like to do is I want to plug in the controller. Back to the home screen real quick, go to my settings. Because you have to, technically, you have to go to your controller and make sure the communication method is use USB cable. Because then it'll use the USB cable. But, here's what I'm wanting to test, right? So I want to test how it feels with it like this, where it's use USB cable instead of Bluetooth. And then I'd like to turn off the Bluetooth completely and just use the wire just to see if there's any actual like differences or if they just do that for esports to where it's like, oh well, they can't hook up their
This
they
training
can't use
facility
like
is
certain other
pretty high
Bluetooth
tech.
stuff
Wonder
to
who's
like say
funding it.
cheat with or something, you know what I mean? But let's go through this now and see what it feels like
Test
now.
your tactics on the assault course, Agent. Hit the course hard, Agent.
Crap. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, it's using it. Yes. I just wanted to make sure it was actually. It does feel. Hey, you know, actually, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Actually, it's actually pretty cool that they actually have the where's it at? There it is. The field of view is actually defaulted on 100. So I think they're just trying to make it fair for like everyone instead of people that for only people that usually change stuff like that manually.
Course complete.
Obviously, obviously you can see where I'm
Hit the
actually
course
doing
hard, Agent.
better aiming wise with it hardwired. See, that's why I keep trying to tell my buddy Kurt, because it's like, it just makes it more responsive, hardwired the controller, and it makes it to where you can actually, like, say, hit shots like I am. Because I wasn't even doing this good before I was getting hardwired. But it can't help with your, you know, accuracy and how you aim and stuff. There we go. Finish line. Whee!
Course complete.
Okay, now let me go shut off the Bluetooth part of it real quick. I think it's in this one. No, not that. No. No. And yeah. Oh, wait. It might have been in that one. Yeah, hang on. Let me see. Nope, not in that one. Okay. I'm trying to remember where it was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, advanced settings.